What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Motives. You gotta have a motive, or Jaden, whatever you want to call it. Yo, take a lot of advice, a lot of things you hear. Take all of that with a grain of salt, because people will give you advice and tell you how it should be, or how it can be, or what you gotta do. Yo, take all of that with a grain of salt. Even the YouTube videos that you watch, you know, advice is just advice, and there's no one way to do something. If there's a way for you to do something and get the same result as other people, obviously with like good intentions and everything, you know, it's still you being the best version of yourself. Do that, because you have a bunch of people nowadays, especially on the internet, because it's so easy to just put shit out there. Like nobody bats an eye at TikToks and my friends on TikTok now. Like that shit is just so normal now. That's the new norm that we have nowadays. But whatever people are telling you, giving you advice on, first of all, make sure they're credible. I've heard people say, yo, make sure you're getting advice from someone where if you would want to be in their position. If you would want to be in the position and they're giving you solid advice, take it. Again, take it with a grain of salt, but just understand, yo, what can I do to make sure I can apply that to my life and it actually work and not be some bullshit. You will come across a bunch of people saying some nonsense on the internet, bro. On Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, going on rants, these podcasts. Yo, a lot of people are not credible, and they just think because they have a microphone and think, even me, I might not even be credible, but I'm building myself so that I can be, you know? Yeah, man, take a lot of stuff with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, you do not know what's happening behind closed doors. Yo, 2024, everybody's getting exposed, bro. Everybody's getting exposed. Everybody. What's it called? Cat Williams said in that Shannon Sharp interview. I forgot exactly what he said, but yo, there's just been a lot of stuff going on. Even the incident yesterday with Lil Durk. That's crazy, too. Just a lot of things are just coming to light, man. And eventually, the truth comes to light, and the truth will set you free. Set you free on all streaming platforms. Facts. But yeah, man, understand, you know, there's a place for you to get to. And if that place requires you to meet a certain person and you know what it is that they're talking about, go for it. But again, take everything with a grain of salt. Even the bad stuff. Even when people can't tell you can't do something. Or they jokingly, you know, throw stuff out there and be like, yo, you can't do that. Grain of salt. You can't let that knock you off your pivot, bro. Knock you off your square. Because there's a lot of things in this life that will try to knock you off your square, knock you off your pivot. But it's how you stand grounded. 10 toes. 10 toes, like Tony Allen on defense. Serious. Even if you come up short with something that you might have wanted and you've been striving for it. It might rattle you a little bit, but don't let that knock you off your pivot. Again, this is for my future self and whoever else watches this video. I always say we constantly need reminders. First, we need to be taught certain things, and we need to be reminded on the regular. There's so many things that happen in our brains. It could be easy to forget the things that were instilled from us when we were young. A little example: my mom always tells me to wash my hands. Tells me to wash my hands. It's something small, but again, it's a little reminder because that could prevent a lot of stuff. It's something small, but it can prevent a lot of stuff. And a lot of things happen small, and then it happens big. You might not know it, but that's just how the universe be working, man. It starts off small, and then it happens big. You just gotta understand when it does happen big, you're ready for all of that. And that preparation takes time. It's not something that you just get used to off rip. Yeah, man. Take everything with a grain of salt. Don't take it too personal. In the past, I've taken certain things very personal. It's maybe who I am, but I understand it's not that deep. Let me just drop my ego and not let that, you know. especially if they try to boost me up, bring me down, or how I feel about myself, you know, get in the way of what it is that I need to do. You gotta drop that ego sometimes, man. You gotta drop that ego. And sometimes the ego might make you want to do things that you don't even have to do. It's easier to just keep your head going forward and just keep doing what it is that you have to do. That's why I always say it's always best to just work in silence, work behind the scenes. That way people don't even know what you're up to. When people ask me what I've been up to, I don't even like to give them the full details for it because they might not understand it. Even when I was telling my boy about the remix project, he was just questioning it, saying, "No, is that even legit?" I know it's legit, but because you don't even know what it is, you don't understand it because you just don't understand it. This was my homie I spoke to, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. The guy I used to work with. So again, not to take it personally, just as to understand the concept behind it. But I've seen what they do, and this is something that, you know, this is one of the goals I have in mind. I wasn't upset. I just took what he said with a grain of salt. Again, you gotta make sure you gotta understand who are you getting your advice from. I'm not gonna go speak to someone that's never done music before about music. Well, obviously about music taste, but like certain things about how I could be in the studio and how things certain work. They've never been in the studio before. They don't know how certain things work, and that's okay. I'm just not here to take it personal. Damn, did they get into an accident? Damn. People out here slipping up, man. Just take everything with a grain of salt. Everything you read online, things you hear from people. Don't get me wrong, let it linger in your head and just think about it a little bit. But after that, you can just keep pushing. You feel me? Alright. Yeah, a quick little video. About to head to work. I just saw something online, so I'm just like, yo, this is some nonsense. And that's why I made this video, man. That being said, it's your boy Mitch Motors. Gotta have motive. I'm out, bro.